Your pen's already
Oh.
up there.
How we doing, Jeremy?
Gentlemen,
Hello.
Ralph, how are you, my bud? We're gonna have a chair burning party.
Yes.
Yes.
I think we need it. How's it looking over there? I haven't.
Top secret. No, it's looking good.
Is it, other than the donut sales, yeah, got that good.
If I could quit running around in a police car, I could get done already.
Yeah.
Are you taking my pen? How rude.
Renee, do you need a pen?
No, no, it's fine.
No, we got lots of pens.
You just give me crap.
Are we streaming?
Yeah, we're streaming. We're live. Give me just a second. I gotta run to my car.
There is one thing whenever you guys get, until you do the final reading on this water utility and stuff, Jack and I got a concern on it. I think we're gonna have to adjust how it's worded.
Okay. Well, we might want to. Before we read it, we'll talk.
Yeah,
about
that's
it.
what I'm saying. Before you read that one, I wanted to make sure that somebody knew.
Yep.
Hmm?
Girl, you bring cooties in here. Swear to God.
This is a $75 check for the town for the ball field for Pi Kappa. I actually signed the back when I was filling out a whole bunch of other ones for the fall festival, but Carla said it was fine because you could stamp over the top of it. If the,
Yep,
Town stamp.
I will do that. No problem. I'll do it right now while we're talking about it.
Okay. So yeah, we just need to make sure we document that $75 for the ballpark.
If I do it,
This might be a good idea
in
to
here,
apply
they
that
don't
to
even
lights.
check the phone.
That way the practice.
That way it's done.
The remote deposit, they don't even check.
Whatever you want to do, but.
However, it's for the park,
Yep.
for the ball diamond.
Yep.
Specifically. Okay. 5:00. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You got that.
I really feel like we
What did
just
you
met.
do, Renee?
I was making sure that you got the bag of things I printed off.
Yes.
Do you want to start off with the ordinances first, and get them out of the way? You want to do those at the end? I'm good with either one on that.
That's fine. Okay.
And which one was it? You had a question about the water resolution, water utility payment resolution.
Yes, on number 5,
Mhm.
on the back of Exhibit A, number 5, where it says no late fees shall accrue during the hardship hold period, we can't stop late fees on this system.
We
So
can't tell it not
we
to
can't
figure
tell
on
it-
14 days.
Yeah, instead of the full
On
30
certain
days, we
balance.
can't do that.
We just can't do it.
You're
I think
on-
it should be late fees
It's right
accrued.
above E, which is
Until
the
the balance
emergency
is paid.
authorization, Renee.
Section 5 is additional deposits.
No, it's number 5, under D in the exhibit.
Okay, number 500D. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, yeah, no late fee shall accrue during the hardship
Because we
hold
just
period.
can't tell the system, okay, you can only do it for 16 days, we can't do it for all 30 days, we can't do this with this system.
I would think,
And I don't know.
That
if
is
state
gonna be
board
such a
would allow us in
rarity.
this.
I think since
It
that'll
is.
be such a rarity, those are the ones that we can manually adjust.
Override, yeah.
Like with a
Well,
credit or what have you for the days.
What will state board of accounts say though, if we're not charging fees like we do everybody else?
says you can't.
Well, we're following the exact state
Okay.
regulation, so
Okay,
yeah.
we're following it, and
Because I
we're
was told if
backing
one
out
person gets
those.
charged, everybody has to be charged, is what they told us at our.
But not everybody's going to be in a hardship hold.
Yeah,
Well, that's what I'm
That's the
saying,
only
that
one.
was before
But
that.
when you call it a hold, like it says, during the hardship hold period. Is that the 14 days or the
No, that
agreement?
means a doctor has given them written reasoning.
Oh,
why
I
there.
get that. I'm saying the time period. The way it's written, during the hardship hold period, which is 14 days.
That's the whole 14
Or
days?
is it during the 5, 6, 3
No,
months?
during
they
that
agreed
14
to?
days.
Just the 14
Just the
days
14.
then?
Mm-hmm.
So after that, the fees pick back up.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
We can't just tell it.
I'm not gonna know how to figure out the fees and stuff,
We can't just tell
because
it
it
to figure
automatically
the penalty
calculates
on.
it.
Well, if it says $30 for simple number, it says $30. You divide that by 14, and that's how
Okay.
many days of
Okay.
credit we give them.
That's fine.
But it'll be a rarity that it even comes
But
up.
do late fees I think it should say late fees accrue during the hardship hold period until all outstanding balances are paid.
But by Indiana statute, they have to be given that 14-day.
Yeah, they have to be able to.
Like we can't charge them. That's why we'll credit back.
Because if you're continuing to add more late fees and more late fees and more late fees, well, then they're just digging a bigger hole.
Well, I get that,
Okay.
but a lot of those late fees have already been added on because they're so late. So how do you want us to deal with that?
Well,
See, like we've
If they're
got,
5 months behind, those late fees have already been accruing
Right.
all this time.
but we would still,
And
even
that
at
was before the ordinance, so.
right,
those
but
late
but
fees
still,
Yeah, that's
still in this far-reached star that we're talking about, because
Okay.
it'll be
Yeah,
a
I'm
pink
with you.
unicorn
I
that
know.
this
That-
happens on.
that's what we were just
We
trying
can
to
still
figure out,
credit
because-
14 days
Okay,
of late fee
Yeah.
okay.
for
And
that.
If they do a hardship, they automatically, if they don't pay it all at once, they automatically have to roll over into a payment plan, correct? If they do not pay the full amount in full.
Correct.
They
Correct.
have to do a payment plan, most of them anyway. or
Yep.
they-
But
Right.
but the 14-day credit, make it known, whenever we say they got a hardship period, that isn't for anything other than a medical doctor
Right.
says they can't be
Basically,
shut
the
off.
hardship hold is just for you guys to decide whether
Right.
they're accepted into the.
Correct.
And after that, they have to set up a payment plan.
Correct.
Is this
And
right?
if they
Yes.
miss
Okay.
any payments in that payment plan, their water gets shut off.
Okay. So,
And only
yeah.
a doctor saying that you cannot shut off their water is the only way to keep them from that.
For 14 days.
That's what I'm saying,
Yeah.
for the 14 day, okay.
So she gets 5 days a hold
To
let
get a
them
hold
bring
of
in
that
their paperwork.
information.
Yes.
After they bring it in, you guys have 14 days to decide if you're gonna say, yes, this is legit. And then you let us know and we say you need to come in and set up a payment.
Correct.
Is
Correct.
that right?
Yes.
Accurate.
Okay.
I think so.
Accurate.
Any other questions?
No, sorry, we're.
No,
Yeah.
no, that's okay.
Well,
And that's why we
we'd
have
rather
3
have
readings.
clarity than anything.
Yeah.
So.
So after they set up a payment plan on whatever their balance is, we quit charging late fees on that balance that they set up.
That they're on the payment plan for, yes.
Yes.
As long as they are on time with payments
Yeah.
and
So
current.
yeah,
So-
they have to be. They also still have to be current
Yeah,
on their other
keep their
stuff. Yeah.
current bill. I get that. So if they owe $558 and
Mm-hmm.
they set up a payment and they're way past on the 328, we quit holding late fees on the 328 that they set up payment plans on. Is
Correct.
that right?
Correct.
Okay.
Now, if they do not remain current on their other stuff, then the water gets shut off.
Right.
And that, I mean,
So really what we may have to do is just set up a pseudo account to put that balance in and apply payments to it so the whole thing doesn't get late fees on it. 'Cause you know what I mean? We'd have to,
We're gonna have to
You-
try to
we'd
figure
have
it
to
out.
try to figure out how much, the late fees. Because the computer automatically generates them. So if you're saying no late
It's
fees
all
on the
automatically in
328
Keystone.
that they set up payment plans for, we can't tell the computer only charge late fees on $103. It's gonna do the whole balance. It's gonna charge a late fee on the whole balance.
well, we just need to go through it and manually credit that, then and apply whatever payment they bring in to the oldest thing first.
It automatically does it. You
okay,
can't, you
okay.
can't pull up a bill and say apply it to this one. You just can't do it. That's not the way the system works.
Okay, well then how are you gonna be able to keep track of if they're current on the current stuff plus paying
We'll
off?
just have to keep a.
We're just gonna have to keep a
worksheet
running
or
ledger
something.
between the two of us of
Or
what's
like I
going
said,
on. That's the
Try to
only way
set up a
we can.
pseudo account.
So
you know.
you can easily set up an Excel spreadsheet, or even a Google
Yeah.
sheet and keep a running total on that, so. Okay,
But yeah, like I said, as far as the detail in their account shows everything, their consumption, their water, their these, and you just
Yeah.
can't go in and say, oh, I want it applied to this bill. You just can't do it.
Yeah, and I'm sure we'll have some
It's
learning
not the
curves
way
on
it
some of that stuff.
right,
It's
The
just-
system works.
we-
That's why I told Kelly when they come in to do the payment plan, we'll write on this paper how much is water, sewer, late fees on
Mhm.
water, late fees on penalties, so we can track it.
Okay,
Yeah.
that sounds good.
okay,
You want to read that one? And I'll read the other one if you want.
okay. So the resolution, it'll go into effect today, so that'll be 3 of 2026. Resolution adopting a water utility payment disconnection and limited hardship policy, whereas the town of Sandborn operates a municipal water utility essential to public health and safety, and whereas the town board recognizes the financial challenges faced by some residents, while also acknowledging the need to prevent chronic delinquency that jeopardizes the financial integrity of the utility, and whereas Indiana law permits municipalities to establish reasonable rules governing payment application delinquency. Now therefore be it resolved by the town board of the town of Sandborn, Knox County, Indiana, as follows. Section 1, adoption of policy. A water utility payment disconnection hardship policy exhibit attached as Exhibit A is hereby adopted as official policy of the Sandborn Water Utility. Section 2, authority. The clerk, utility manager, and authorized staff are directed to administer this policy uniformly and without favoritism. Section 3 is incorporation. This policy is incorporated by reference into the Sandborn Water Utility rules and regulations and enforced in conjunction with the ordinance of 01/2026. Section 4 is effective date. This resolution shall take effect immediately upon adoption and it be adopted today. So Exhibit A, the Sandborn Water Utility Payment Disconnection Hardship Policy. Section 1, payment application. All payments shall be applied in the following order: fees and penalties, oldest outstanding utility charges, current month charges. Customers may not direct payments to specific charges. Section 2, minimum payment to stop shutoff. A scheduled shutoff shall only be stopped if the customer pays the full delinquent balance or enters a written payment agreement and pays the current month bill in full plus the required delinquency payment. Partial payments alone do not stop shutoff. Section 3, payment agreements, limited to one agreement per 12-month period. Delinquency spreads over no more than 6 months. Missed payment results in immediate shutoff without further notice. Section 4, disconnection schedule. 30 days past due shall have a late fee assessed. 6 days past due or balance over 300 shall have a 14-day shutoff notice. Failure to meet minimum requirement shall have service disconnected. Partial payments do not restart the notice cycle. Section 5, additional deposits. An additional $100 deposit may be required for repeated delinquency, multiple shutoffs, or default on payment or hardship holds. Rental properties. Shutoff notices shall be sent to both the customer and property owner when applicable. Section 7, documentation. All notices, payments, agreements, hardship holds, and enforcement actions shall be documented in the customer account for record. Section 8, hardship hold, compassion clause. Purpose. The purpose of this section is to establish a uniform, fair, and accountable process for addressing verified customer hardships while preserving the financial integrity of the Sandborn Water Utility and ensuring equitable treatment of all ratepayers. Authority. Hardship relief beyond a limited administrative enforcement shall require authorization by the Sandborn Town Board. The clerk treasurer shall have no independent authority to approve hardship relief except as expressly permitted under this section. The town board retains final authority over all hardship determinations. Administrative enforcement hold. The clerk treasurer may grant a one-time administrative enforcement hold of up to 5 business days for the sole purpose of allowing a customer to submit documentation supporting hardship request. An administrative enforcement hold does not constitute hardship relief, does not waive any charges, penalties, or fees, and shall be limited to one occurrence per account per 12-month period. Failure to submit required documentation within the administrative hold period shall result in resumption of normal enforcement procedures. Section D, hardship hold. Upon receipt and verification of hardship documentation, the clerk treasurer shall present the request to the town board for consideration. The town board may authorize a hardship hold of enforcement for a period not to exceed 14 calendar days upon a majority vote. A hardship hold may be granted only for verified circumstances, including but not limited to medical emergency or hospitalization, death in the household, fire, flood, or disaster affecting the service address, or temporary loss of income resulting from a documented emergency. Hardship holds are generally intended for accounts 60 days or more delinquent or facing imminent shutoff. No late fee shall accrue during the hardship hold period. However, all outstanding balances remain due. Emergency authorization. In the event of imminent shutoff where the town board cannot reasonably convene prior to enforcement action, a temporary hardship hold may be authorized jointly by the town board president and one additional town board member. Such authorization must be documented in writing and shall be subject to ratification at the next town board meeting. Emergency authorization shall be temporary and shall not exceed the maximum hardship hold period established in this section. Required transition to payment agreement. As a condition of any hardship hold, the customer shall be required to enter into a payment agreement approved by the town board. Failure to comply with the terms of the payment agreement shall result in immediate resumption of enforcement actions without further hardship consideration. Limitations and prohibitions. The following actions are expressly prohibited: permanent forgiveness of water utility charges, repeated or rolling hardship extensions, hardship relief for accounts less than 30 days delinquent, selective or undocumented approvals, clerk treasurer approval of hardship relief beyond the administrative hold authorized herein. No account shall receive more than one hardship hold per 12-month period. Privacy. Hardship requests may be reviewed by the town board in executive session as permitted by the law in order to protect customer privacy and confidentiality information. Severability. If any portion of this section is found to be invalid or unenforceable, such determination shall not affect the validity the remaining provisions. And then we have the forms for the payment agreement form, the hardship hold agreement form, and the shut-off notice.
I'm not trying to be difficult. Section 4, I think you need to take out that balance over $300 because if somebody has a leak and they turn in their leak adjustment, but you guys don't meet for another so many days, are we gonna shut their water off?
No.
If they have a $700 bill from a leak, I think you just need to take out that balance of over $300 out.
No, having a leak is one of those like oddity things.
Yeah, but you gotta go by the ordinance, so. That's what I'm saying, just take the balance of $300 out. Because that could happen very easily.
What's the wording again?
You got the 60 days
the
past
6 days
due.
past
I don't
due
know
or
what
balance over
$300
300
has to do
shall have a
with
14-day shut off. We put that in the 300 in there because of the people that would have, you know, $150 bill,
But
you know,
that-
2 months in a
there could be
row.
Exceptions to it. Somebody, you know,
I mean,
could have a leak and let's say they have a $500 bill.
yeah, but what
They get
happens?
fixed. By the time you guys.
Well,
need
we
to
just
approve
put the
leak
wording
adjustment.
unless,
I would just put the
a-
60
a-
days,
a
60
leak.
plus days past due.
I would
I
say,
don't know why you need a balance in there.
I would say unless a leak form has been submitted. Could we do something like that on it?
Yeah, because I mean, they might have a leak and then and intentionally not get it fixed for quite a while.
Well, no, okay, let's say the bill's due the 15th.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they already turned in their leak adjustment. You guys aren't gonna meet till the next month.
Well, and
That's
that's
past the 14 days.
yeah, but that's where you like we.
But I think a
have
leak form automatically negates.
Yeah.
I don't know, it doesn't say it in here, is all I'm trying to say.
That's why we're trying. Like, if we put that verbiage in there,
Yeah, if we
Yeah,
add
yeah,
in
definitely.
unless a leak form leak adjustment has
Unless the
been
leak
submitted,
adjustment is in the process.
we can handwrite that and
Unless we,
initial it.
unless the leak adjustment is been verified
Yeah.
and is in the
Yeah,
process.
you're right, there could be some overlap there.
Yeah,
Because this will be for
has
people
been initiated.
10 years down the road that won't be us.
Or maybe.
we've got a lot of leaks in this town.
No, I said this is for people 10 years down the road that won't,
Okay.
or in our case, 50 years down the road.
So the disconnection schedule be 30 days past due shall have a late fee assessed, 60 days past due or balance over 300 shall have a 14-day shut-off notice unless leak adjustment form has been initiated.
Correct.
Yeah.
Very good.
That covers everything.
Okay. All right. Where's the
High
signed paper for
motion
this?
to pass.
Which one?
For the water.
On the very back.
That's not the,
No,
That's not the original.
no, wait a
This
minute.
one's got it. This one didn't have it.
Well, we printed out the same thing. Oh, here, it's on the back of your first page. Correct?
that's for the
Here, I got one
resolution.
that's like well, no, you can't.
That's
use
what
it
you're
'cause
wanting
I
though,
wrote
right?
that.
For the
What,
water,
this?
for the
Oh,
resolution?
yeah, because that'll go for the whole thing
Yeah.
because it has it on here as being exhibit A. Yeah, that works. Okay, this 4th day of March. Okay. Jeremy motioned, and did you second it?
I'll second it, yes.
Okay.
Or I guess I should say motion to adopt.
And we probably want to put our initials in the date here, right?
Yeah.
And I can retype it up and that way we can re-sign it next week or next month if we want.
So the next one would be the resolution adopting a privacy and confidentiality policy. This is the third reading of this.
That's the
as
third
well.
reading of that, yeah. Yep.
Yes, the town of Sandborn recognizes its responsibility to protect confidential, sensitive, and non-public information entrusted to the town of residents, customers, employees, and partners or agencies. And whereas unauthorized disclosure of misuse of such information undermines public trust and may violate state or federal law. And whereas the town council desire to establish clear expectations, safeguards, and accountability for the individuals acting on behalf of the town. And whereas the town council finds it necessary to adopt a formal privacy confidentiality policy applicable to all employees, officials, boards, and commission members, volunteers, contractors, and agents of the town. Now, therefore, it be resolved in the town council of the town of Sandborn, Indiana, that the town of Sandborn privacy and confidentiality policy attached hereto and incorporated by the reference is hereby adopted. Compliance with the policy is required as a condition of employment and appointment, volunteer service, or contractual relationship with the town. The policy applies to all confidential and sensitive information accessed during and after the service of the town. The town council retains full authority to interpret, enforce, amend, or repeal the policy. The policy may be referenced with town ordinances, including but not limited to the utility ordinance. This resolution shall take effect immediately upon the adoption, and that will be today. The town of Salmon, this is all kind of, that's the same thing we just read, isn't it? Let's see. So it's applicable. The policy applies to all individuals who have access to town information, including but not limited to town employees, elected appointed officials, members of the board, commissions, volunteers, contractors, consultants, vendors, utility employees, agents. Access to the town information is a privilege, not a right, and is granted solely for official town business. Definition: the confidential information is not intended for the public disclosure and includes, but is not limited to, customer utility account information, financial records, billing data, payment histories, personal files, and employee records. Medical disability or hardship information, social security numbers, date of birth, contact information, law enforcement, emergency management, or security sensitive information discussed in executive sessions or closed meetings, information protected by state or federal law, public records subject to disclosure under the Indiana Access to Public Records Act unless specifically exempt by law. Access to the information. Individuals shall access town information only to the extent necessary to perform their assigned duties. Information shall not be accessed for personal reasons, curiosity, political purposes, or informal inquiry. Sharing login credentials, passwords, keys, or access methods is strictly prohibited. Former employees and officials or volunteers shall not access town information after separation. Use and disclosure. Confidential information shall not be disclosed to any unauthorized person, entity, or public. Disclosure through verbal conversation, text message, email, social media, informal discussion is strictly prohibited unless authorized and required for the official duties. Posting or implying confidential information on social media or in public forum is a violation of this policy. Requests for records shall be handled in accordance with Indiana APRA and town procedures. Social media and informal communication. Town-related information learned through official duties shall not be shared casually, including just talking, venting, trying to help someone. Employees and officials shall not represent personal opinions as town positions. Confidential or sensitive matters shall never be discussed on personal social media accounts. Data insecurities and safeguards. Individuals shall secure physical records from unauthorized access, lock computers and files when unattended, use town-approved systems for storing and transmitting information, promptly report suspected data breaches or unauthorized disclosures, reporting violations. Any suspected or unknown violation of this policy shall be reported immediately to the town council president, the town board, or the town attorney. Failure to report known violation may itself be grounds for discipline. Enforcement and discipline. Violation of this policy may result in verbal or written reprimand, suspension or removal of access, termination of employment or appointment, removal from office or board as permitted by law, civil or criminal action if applicable. The town board retains the authority to review, investigate, determine an appropriate action. No single employee or official may unilaterally waive or ignore this policy. Relationship to ordinance is another policy. The policy is adopted by the formal resolution of the town board and may be referenced with town ordinances, including utility ordinance. Supplements, but does not replace state or federal law, remains in effect unless amended or repealed by the town board. Acknowledgement of the agreement. All covered individuals must sign the acknowledged below as a condition of access to the town information. And that's just showing the form where we would sign if we wanted the information.
Motion to adopt.
I'll second it. And say there is,
That's just what you're on.
yeah, that's, everyone has to sign.
Yep.
All
I've gotten
staff.
copies, all the employees have to sign.
Perfect. Thank you.
Where's the signature page for
Oh,
us?
it's right. It's right
It's on
here.
the front.
Yep, on the front of this one. All right, now that we've read all that, let's start picking a day for June yard sales. So is that going to correspond with the fall festival?
The fall festival. Well, they're going to have
We're going to do two, kind of. Or is that
I guess, because we've always done town yard sales for the fall festival. So, I mean, this would be in addition to it.
okay? Is that what week? Is it? Don't they have a set weekend they use?
I was told it's the second full weekend in June, so it'd be like June 13th, 12th, 13th, something like that.
And you cannot do that because the Lions Club wants to be able to rent the community building, or not rent. They want to be able to use the community building to do a breakfast the weekend of the yard sale.
Okay.
And the 14th or the 13th is the only Saturday that is booked. So if you guys can pick the 6th, the 20th, or the 27th.
Well, I think the entire town is used to that second weekend for the last 30, 40
Well,
years.
this guy booked a year ago.
I'm just saying the Lions Club would
So we
have
tell the
to,
Lions Club.
Just
use
tell the
something
Lions Club
else.
he's out then.
unfortunately.
Unless,
Unfortunately.
yeah, because he's got the gym and the kitchen then.
I don't know
Looks
if
like
we're
you use
willing
shelter
to
house.
switch to Friday. I mean, don't we usually have quite a few people coming on Friday morning?
Yeah, I mean, it's usually a Friday and Saturday.
Yeah,
I mean, we might be able to offer that. I don't know.
I was gonna say, I'll just run it past him then and go from there, because yeah, Harley booked this he books a year in advance
Yeah.
for,
Well, I mean, it'd be great to be on the same time that they were doing something like that because it brings in more
well,
people
and I
even, but
told Monica called me and asked about it and all that, and I told him, I said, you need to get with the park board or whoever, but I said, you guys would be wise calling Linton and Lyons and all that and see when their yard sales is. Because if people go to yard sales, they're gonna hit Linton and Worthington and everybody all at once. They're gonna hit them on one day if they can.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if there's another town doing one at a different time in June, that might be something to consider. And I don't think the date really matters because it's bounced the past couple of years because nobody wanted to take it over. So
Let's say
that's just my opinion.
who is managing it this time around?
To my knowledge, no one.
I don't know that it really is a town board subject thing to be involved in.
Monica told me, because I told her, to my knowledge, the only thing that needed to be done was the signs put up. And she said that the Lions Club or herself would step up and put the signs up with no problem and take them down.
We told Judy G asked one year why the town wasn't putting them up. We said some man decided to start this on his own. When he passed, she took it over. We don't have anything to do with it.
Yeah, I would,
That's what we told her.
I would move to not be involved as a board, as a town office.
I mean, we'll help promote it, but I mean, that's,
Yeah, we'll promote it on the town
Yeah,
page and
no, we-
everything.
we
It's just
told
we're
her
not,
You know, we told
not
them,
involved in
that they just asked if you guys would decide on a day, but if you guys don't want to decide, then maybe they can pick another day and then go from
maybe
there.
have them and the Lions Club coordinate together
Yeah.
or whatever,
Yeah.
and that way it's,
That's fine.
I'd rather see that.
Okay.
and just so as long as we know just what day is picked, so that way we can, because the last time the signs got put up and it was like the very next weekend and we had no idea.
We can put it on Facebook or something.
Yeah.
Come, tell them to just let us know.
Question, is it all right for the Lions Club to use the kitchen and the meeting room and stuff?
I
for
would
that?
think so. I would think so.
Yeah, that'd be fine as long as
Okay.
it's not already booked.
Just
Yep.
asking.
For a
Thank you.
town benefit and all of that, so I would
Yes.
say yes.
And then as long as, they do all the cleanup and everything afterwards and make sure it's back in order.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to double check and make sure. Thank you.
Spring cleanup day.
Well, how was the success and the cost of the last spring cleanup day?
I happened to run upon these from last year. We spent right at $1,700.
Well,
There
we
was-
charged some too. Some people paid.
Yes, there was $400 and some applied to this, so they almost paid for one dumpster. But it
So
was a
about-
total of $1,700.
So about a fourth of it was covered.
Yes. And it wasn't really pushed too much last year. There was a lot of people that just assumed they could just bring it in, pitch their stuff and leave.
Oh, yeah,
So, I
they
mean,
did
if-
that with the dumpster over here as well.
Yes. So, I mean, if we would put it out a couple months ahead and say, yes, there will be a cleanup day, but there will be
Sure charge.
yeah, thank you, that word.
What did we charge last year? Do you remember? Was it?
It was $20 a trailer load. It was $10 a truckload, but to be quite honest, it ended up being $10 across the board. Because people were bringing trailers that only had,
Yeah, a few things on it.
yeah,
Yeah.
so,
So do like $10 a load.
Yeah, I think $10. That makes
and
more
we
sense.
will
probably.
accrue more weight this year because we're not separating. We have nobody willing to junk. That's what.
Should we ask Derek Allen if he wants to separate it out? But he has to get it off
He
immediately.
would have to work there for 2 days.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It would have to be hauled off immediately, but I just wondered
You
if you
can
want to
ask.
do with that, because that would keep our tonnage
It
down.
would save us a bunch.
Yes,
It
absolutely.
may be worth offering this, maybe he doesn't take it, maybe offer it to somebody.
Well, what we've got is what's been out there now for 2 years.
Yes, that's the
Whoever
scary
says
part of it.
yes needs to do it.
Yeah.
How much, Ralph, if you were taking a wild stab, if we weren't separating anything and it was going in the weight, how much extra do you think we'd be spending just by getting rid of that?
1,500 pounds. $100 a ton minimum.
So $100. $100.
I was gonna say, these were all,
And even if it came out at $300,
It's worth it to get rid of it.
just to get rid of it, because
Yeah, I would say
That too.
let's not have anyone scrap because they're gonna leave behind what they don't want and then we're stuck with it like the old pile.
that seems
Then
to
we
be-
end up with thousands. Do it. I'd say it all goes.
And this will be a for sure, you'll know at the end of this haul. I
Yeah.
mean, and then whether or not to look at that again next year.
well, and we might be able to
Um,
put R up this
yeah,
time
let's-
instead of JBL too, and we might be able to. get
JBL is, yeah, let's,
Plus, a few people got upset that we let somebody
yes.
come and get the metal.
Yes, I don't want to deal with
Not work.
anybody being upset, so let's
And
just
they
get rid of it
complained
all.
about why is he allowed to do that and we can't?
Even though
That did happen.
he probably
really
made,
did.
made
You know what I'm
20 bucks
talking
doing
about.
it, but yeah, let's reach out to Carr. And we'll find out about that
Okay.
because we can probably get it to where there is no kind of weight or
Okay.
anything. Like, did you see that dumpster that I had over there?
Mhm.
It was piled over and everything else, and there's nothing extra.
And
Question, do you have any idea of dates?
yeah, that's what I was gonna look at next.
Pick a date. Pick a date. Last year it was May 17th-ish or something like that. If it is, I'm gone again.
We'll try not to do it, I would say the 9th because that's Mother's Day weekend.
Yeah, we don't want to do that one.
So, but other than, and then the 30th is your Memorial Day weekend, so,
And then like the weekend before that is graduation weekend.
yes, so if you even want to move it back or whatever you want to
End
do.
of April.
Ooh,
Huh?
boy, we're
Or,
looking
or
at sometimes freezing temperatures.
beginning of June.
Oh, really?
Well, you go freezing temperature.
Oh, yeah.
or
Let's
frying
do a
temperature, so
June one so that we don't need to do two.
There-
That saves us $2,000.
That's fine.
What about May 1st? Not
Too cold.
too cold? Okay.
Okay, so June has 5, 12,
And
19,
and
or
I'm gone.
26.
Huh?
5, 12, 19, or 26 if we're doing Fridays, Saturdays.
I'd say June 12th.
Okay, so that'd be the
Wait.
12th and the 13th.
That'd be the yard sale
That's
weekend.
like yard sale weekend. So
Potentially.
do the weekend before.
Okay,
Huh?
Yeah, we don't know when that is now.
Yeah, but potential. If you do the first weekend of June,
so the 5th and the 6th.
That works.
I think it'd
I
be
like
good.
that.
Okay, June 5th and 6th, thank you.
So
And you've decided on
$10 of it.
across the board or 15?
$10 a person, smack out.
$10 a load. Ed is texting me wanting to know about if we've set a date for the yard sales, and for him, and I was like,
Not involved.
And we will want.
the town will not set the date. The Lions Club can work with
You want
Lions Club to
proof
work with
of
the park board.
residency.
No.
Do you guys want to be involved in the yard
Oh,
sale thing?
okay.
We
Or?
mentioned it and wasn't sure about who, so we'll get with the Lions Club and see what we can work out.
Yeah.
Okay, and that way you guys can figure out who exactly.
You know who I'm talking about?
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
you'll get with prisoners,
Yep.
yes.
Will do.
She's the one that took it over when I don't know who started it, passed away, so.
And you guys have access to the calendar to see exactly when everything is booked with the community building anyways.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
So we've done our final readings already. The treasurer report.
We just finally got it closed for the year, but you did get your annual financial report that I posted with, State Board of Accounts, our gateway system.
Good.
I didn't print out everything because they asked for everything plus your first one.
Yeah.
And I just gave you the nuts and bolts.
And Ed just
Then
texted
you
and
have
said
to
June
go
5th and
in
6th.
also
I'm like,
post it
that's
on
town
your
cleanup day.
annual-
We're not
And
involved in
then
it. We don't
your
care.
monthly,
Which
post
it may
everything in.
work. Who knows? Get people out.
It might, or they could throw away whatever they don't
I
sell.
don't think it would
Yeah,
have
that's
any
true, too.
negative effect on.
On having it both days,
Yeah.
both of them. Okay.
So now it finally closed out today on our Keystone, and I can get back to business.
Okay. Good deal.
Beautiful.
And fire department Renee, you know anything what's going on?
We have the chili supper on the 29th. And that's all I know from 11 to 2.
Any updates on
She's in physical therapy, rehab. The church is doing a free medical and dental clinic on the 11th. That's open to anybody too.
That's
11th of this month,
April.
April, I'm sorry.
April 11th.
Thank you.
They're even doing dental too, right?
Yeah, they're doing dental too.
What
Yep.
time?
it's on?
I think it's 10 to 4, I believe, isn't
I
it?
think so.
Yeah,
Something
that's
like that.
Not sure.
There'll be
But
a
I think
big
it's 10 to
mobile.
4.
There's a big mobile trailer that'll be pulled back there.
All it says is April 11th. It doesn't have.
I think that's
time
all
here,
that was
so-
on the Facebook.
That's
Okay.
good. Ralph, you got anything for streets?
No, if it wasn't snow, now it's rain.
Yeah.
Thank
Getting all
heavens we
salt
didn't
cleaned
get
off
the
though, right?
Huh?
I said, thank heavens we didn't get the
Yeah.
sleet.
Yeah.
Oaktown got pounded, I guess, really badly.
The hail.
Oh, yeah, today.
They showed pictures of it and it looked like that storm that we got a couple weeks ago, how the snow was flying. That's how the hail was hitting. It was so
I
bad.
figure by
Couldn't do it.
probably the third week of this month, it'll be go time for mowing and regular maintenance. The park's gonna need some toilets repaired.
Okay.
Gonna probably need to have the whole new valve and all put on the back of each toilet. Cause we had one that would not stop flushing, and then I think Ginger said there's one that needs a new wax ring underneath it.
So all the toilets just need to be checked.
Basically,
and-
all the toilets need to be remodeled.
Okay. And will those all be up and running for the Easter
When is the
Easter egg hunt?
April 4th, whatever that Saturday
That Saturday.
is.
It's gonna be April.
I think that's the 4th.
I generally turn the water on the 1st of April, but then that means somebody's gonna have to get in there and really do some
Yeah, April 4th.
elbow grease and labor. So yeah, I can have them turned on, but no, I don't know that I'll have all the parts in for all that.
I think all parts can be picked up at Ace, right?
Can they?
Oh, yeah.
Will the community building be open for the thing that at least the bathrooms could be used in there if everything can't get fixed? Would that be available?
Well, it's gonna be open anyways.
Well,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
Well,
I
look,
mean,
I still got, as far as I know, I haven't been over this year yet, but as far as I know, there is still both women's that will work.
okay, that's what I'm saying. In
And
case we
in
can't
the
get them all
men's, there
done,
will
then
be a
you've got
urinal,
that
but
to
I
fall
think
back
that's the
on.
toilet I really need to work on the most.
Okay.
But I'll figure that out when I turn the water on.
While you're talking, how's it going with cleaning and organizing the buildings out there?
Good.
Okay.
I've got, except for the truck with the plow and everything on it right now. I'm getting ready to start tearing everything apart and reorganizing, get the salt put away where it's not in the way, get the trailer back in there. There's a lot yet to do.
Okay. All right.
And see Cliff.
I don't go into the lab.
No, I was talking about the
Okay.
shop,
Yeah,
like getting the
Oh.
shop clean and organized.
yes, it will be. I had it almost there and then winter happened.
Yeah. And Cliff, I know
Cliff said he called in sick. Erica's out with COVID. He's got it. So does
Nice.
Toby. He said that if all goes well and Lord willing and the weather holds tomorrow, they will be starting the final phase of attaching the new line to the old line. This is the final thing that's got to be done.
okay.
It's already hooked up at the water plant and everything. It's just hooking the line together to get rid of the old line.
Cool.
Perfect.
But to be prepared, because there will be some dark water and water will be shut off and we're not putting streets. It may be any place in
Yeah.
town. We don't know.
Okay.
But just so people know.
I thought I already put it out on the Facebook after we got the alert. Okay.
Ginger, you got anything for parks?
We met and talked about our coffee and canvas coming up March 14th, and we already have 35 people who replied.
Oh, wow.
So we're maxed out. We didn't want to have too many, just so
Yeah.
everybody can hear and see. And
I've heard
Have
a
a good
lot
time.
of people excited about it.
good, yeah, we're looking forward to it. If this goes well, maybe we can do another coffee and canvas, make it a seasonal thing. I'll get with Kelly. We'll get some coffee creamer muffins, little somethings. It's from 4 to 6 on that day, so. We're looking forward to that. Courtney has been sick, so we're kind of trying to manage and make sure that we have everything covered. We looked at the drywall again yesterday. It's bad. It has been bad on the east and west sides of the building. We haven't gotten a lot of quotes or anything. Not a lot of people excited to do it.
Yeah.
No.
And Josh brought up yesterday that it might behoove us to go all out and just get an estimate for metal.
Yeah.
All around and less cleanup. I don't know if it's
That's
gonna look
big.
as fancy. Right now it looks homey,
What if we
nice
do
for a
just the
little
2 ends?
party.
It's
Still big.
all around.
Mhm.
There's not just the east and west side. There's also the northeast corner on the north side.
What is it, behind the carpet? or-
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
behind
it's
the carpet.
it's
The carpet, if it's not dented under the carpet, it's disgusting. Like where there's been food and things. And to clean it, you don't want to get your drywall wet. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
so we're kind of
Yeah.
still looking at it and trying to figure out, do we just take it all down? And that's when Josh is like, metal. Why?
I would agree with metal.
If we're going to write a grant or get all the things together and really make a go of this, why wouldn't that be more efficient, last longer, durable?
And we're just saying 8 feet up or whatever, just up enough to
He's
get
like,
rid
if
of
we're doing metal,
all the
figure it
way.
out, build the ceiling, see what happens, and he knew a guy that could do a decal, take a picture of what's out there, make it
Metal
sit.
going to the ceiling, that whole gym, you're talking $100,000.
Well,
If you don't go big, I guess if we're gonna go ahead and do the trouble of getting estimates and writing a grant, we could have more than one,
Mhm.
and say we could go this route.
Do you
We
really
go
need
this
to go all the way to the ceiling though?
No.
Because I mean, more than likely, your up top's not gonna get damaged from people
Yeah, if you
hitting
go 6
it
feet
or
yeah,
running
all the way
things
around,
into it
that'd
and all
probably take
that.
care of it.
Except the
Give like a wainscot
baseball
type look.
dits.
mhm.
Okay.
And I know that Wolf's Contracting, like their estimate was like 36,000 or 37,000, something like that,
That was
Just for
for the
drywall.
drywall.
just for the drywall.
If
Yeah.
somebody would approach Joe Hartsburg, he won't do it?
He's not gonna take on anything that big.
Okay.
He's 75 years old.
I mean, he could do it, but
No,
I don't think he, definitely we should
And I
check with
wasn't
him.
thinking all the way around. I was thinking just the 2 ends too.
So we haven't tabled it, we haven't got the ball rolling on it, we're just still in between, we're talking and looking and still checking things out.
Okay.
We are still looking at a pickleball tournament the weekend of June 6th, we don't have details, but we're looking forward to that. We did talk about a possibility of getting cameras inside the community building. Found there are people renting one space and using the other space, and it's not fair because they're not paying for that space, and then we got to clean that, all the
Yeah.
things.
Kelly and I had a discussion about, I think when you rent the community building, it's all or nothing.
Yeah, there's no more
There's no
partials.
more splitting out the meeting room
Yeah.
and the kitchen from the gym.
I
If you
agree.
rent it, you rent the whole
Yep,
thing and
yep.
that's it.
Cause
Oh,
every
no.
Because
time, there's
everybody that
multiple
uses
times
it,
they use
They're
them in the
using
back.
the gym too.
when-
And somebody's figured out that, I can just tell them.
Yeah.
They have a meeting room kitchen rate, but we'll send our kids to the gym.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It happens all the time.
How much does it we charge for the front and kitchen?
Hold on just a moment, please.
And I would dare to say. people
Okay,
don't
now
even
here
think about
again,
it, you
this
know,
is
sometimes when they're
In
just
town,
there.
out of town, so we need to decide if we're gonna do the resident or non-resident too, so.
And we were gonna look at doing the locks on the doors in there. but that would be
Meeting room
logistical
alone
nightmare.
is $87.45. That's $35 rent, $245 tax, and a $50 deposit.
Okay,
Meeting room and kitchen is $103.50.
okay.
So that goes up $15. Then the gym is $65 by itself. Gym in the kitchen is 80. The whole building is 100.
The whole building is 100.
157, and then you get 50 back.
Yeah, it's 157 total. I'm sorry. Just the rent itself.
So
is
not
$100.
paying attention to deposit for a minute. Just the rent amount for the whole
Okay,
building is how
30.
much?
$100.
So why don't we just make it
All or none.
$75 period?
Okay, but what do you do about your deposit? Or are we even?
But plus deposit, I'm saying the
Okay,
rent, the rent.
$75 plus deposit. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Change the rent from 100 to 75, tax and your deposit, and you get the whole building, but it's all or nothing.
Yeah.
Because they order.
Yeah, because I mean,
And it's
somebody
cheaper,
paying
right?
35 just to use the front, they always go to the gym
Yeah.
Or they always go to the kitchen.
or the
Okay,
kitchen.
now the whole building for out-of-town residents is $150.
I
Charge
would
them
say,
100.
keep it 150.
25.
Keep at 150 for out-of-towns then? Okay, 75 for in-town, 150 for out-of-town. And it's all or nothing.
Anyone, Jason?
Yeah, I agree with that. I think we can get, you agree right now?
I think, yeah.
I could go with 150 or 125 on the out of town, but I'm good with 150 to leave it the way.
It's already 150 for out of town,
Yes,
right?
yes,
Yep.
yeah, whenever you guys
we would
changed
just
it
keep
at the
it.
end of
Yep.
24.
Yeah, I mean, that's 50% more than Sandborn residents get it for, so I think
Once
that's.
we
gives
get
it-
this
give 'em a little
printed
bit of
up and
that.
stuff, then maybe Renee can put it on Facebook
Yeah.
too, and that way everybody will see.
That way
it.
we don't have any more of the games.
It's
It's
ridiculous.
fine.
Yeah.
We also got some bleachers delivered, donated, from Stu and Candy Berg. And they are wooden. They're pretty nice. We were afraid they were gonna go out onto the court when they were extended, and they go right up to it. It's pretty nice. They look good in there. There's a couple little things that need fixed on them, a couple carriage bolts and then another bolt. We are gonna try to figure out how to get them secured to the wall, but then we're working on the walls. So we need to do one before the other right now. It's got signs on it that says don't touch it for the time being. And the other one should be delivered whenever the weather clears up and we can all get over
Nice.
there and open the door.
Those are the ones that was at the Armory?
Yes, in Linson. Also, there was an incident with a cooker at one of the meals, and
Oh,
so
yeah.
it smells smoky over there. It kind of burned up.
What, when was that?
Um,
Was it the,
the Wednesday?
Must have been the
ladies were
lunch.
cooking their ham. Yeah,
oh,
but
the
it
burner
happened.
on, if you're looking at the two stoves, the burner on the right or the oven or the cooktop on the right has a problem. It's torching up pans and everything. So I don't know what we need to do there.
Brian's the one that put it in for us.
It's nothing with the install, it's something with the
Right.
cooktop gas coming out.
The
The-
book should be over there for it.
I think I'm more saying someone needs to repair it. I'm not.
Well, no, I'm saying though, the book for it should be over there if there's
Yeah.
a question as to parts and all that.
Yeah, because it's shooting out and everything else.
I still think that getting cameras inside is a good idea, just for liability.
Yeah, could we
If
check
it's-
with VEI, in a VEI?
VI.
Couldn't we just check with VEI and see what they would charge to put a camera pointing from the upstairs? It'd be simple and very cost effective. Poking a wire through the wall to point one from the west side wall throughout the gym. Because that would cover the door entrance, that would cover the kitchen, all those areas. And then same thing through the wall into the front room.
They maintain it.
Did we agree the whole building?
Yeah,
Yes.
Okay.
100 for in town or 75 for in town.
Okay. I was just making sure.
150
so
out.
nobody calls.
Yeah, that'll make it easy.
So we'll let you
Plus
guys
deposit.
deal with where and when and the camera stuff. We just thought that would be a good idea, right?
Yeah, that
And-
VEI, we already have business with them.
Yeah.
They take care of the ones at the sewer and where else, Rob?
Sewer.
That's it?
And
Yeah, careful on them because they're very
Park.
expensive on their little runs to check stuff.
Yeah.
So,
And depending on the cost of it, like the fall festival was looking for something that we could help to put money towards And so, because we usually typically have a lot around $2,000 to be able to donate after the festival. So if that needs to go towards cameras for the community building or.
That'd be
When
awesome.
we had talked about Wi-Fi cameras and wasn't sure whatever is out there already.
Well, we needed to go to the system.
Okay.
So I don't know what that is. I'm clueless.
But we did talk about possibly getting access to cameras if we put them in the community building. That way, whoever's in charge of the community building, like right now it's Courtney, can like just take a look on her phone. Or she said if I had, I knew they were coming in, I knew they were cooking and stuff, and I knew they had gone home and were coming back. She goes, I could have just popped on my, camera and just been able to see that.
If
So,
we use that VEI, that's where it works. Cliff
Okay.
can access the cameras from his phone.
Yeah, I can, if
Yeah.
you want my login info, you can
Yeah.
have it.
Yeah, we have, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Well, he's got it for the park and
Yeah,
stuff
lucky
too,
you
so
won't.
the front of the community building, all that, you guys probably ought to have.
okay.
And luckily we won't have
Yeah,
that
if you,
anymore.
if you can just send that over to her.
I actually gave it to you guys for the security.
Mhm.
So yeah, I mean, it's not like a big security issue to have my login to look at the cameras, so I'll more than happily send that to you.
Okay, that'd be great. We also talked about townwide yard sales. Somebody had mentioned doing some food, like a lunch, a burger, a grill out or something. We found out that the Lions Club was doing a breakfast, so we didn't want to overlap with them. But we thought, depending on weather and stuff, we could get out the grill, just have burgers and hot dogs maybe at the park or something. While they're driving around, they could stop by. But we didn't definitely come up with something for that. But we told Ed that we would keep talking with them with the Lions Club and maybe.
Coordinate.
Maybe if they do one day, maybe you guys could do the next.
Right.
If you have it Friday, Saturday.
On real quick, because it's brought to me, I don't know if I told you guys about it or not. Something needs to go on at the community building. The freezers are all stuffed full of these ice cream containers.
There, yeah.
That
For
needs to
slushies.
go because
Okay.
it's using up. It's what I'm told. I mean, it's well, some of them are food. It looks like pork
I
or
would say some of it is
spaghetti
the
or
leftovers.
There's a lot of
Inmates.
spaghetti from that.
it's
last
something.
spaghetti
It
dinner
needs
that's
to be
been
thrown
out
away.
here.
That if the Board of Health were to walk in there,
That could be.
we'd all be in so much trouble because every single, whether I think there's some like lemonade or something frozen, those don't have stickers with dates and times. It all needs to go.
Okay.
So freezers, all freezers and fridges need to be cleaned.
Well,
out.
yeah, if somebody rents it right now, there's no room for anything.
Right.
In the spaghettis from when they had that fundraiser.
I said that.
We'll just throw it out.
Throw it out.
So we have, our next meeting is March 31st at 5, and we need to be better at posting that everywhere. Should we just put it here on the?
Yeah, you put it on the door.
Okay, and then we also put it on Facebook and try and.
Yeah,
somebody-
yeah.
I will let you know this time.
Text me that way.
Will do.
Can I
Take
put
one
the
to the
pickleball
library,
nets
they might-
back up
yeah,
anytime?
Yeah, Kate put it up and stuff.
I would.
You might put one on the front
I
of the
would,
community building door for the ladies that walk and stuff. too.
Yeah, we can do that.
Let me
Okay.
think on that. I want to look at a weather calendar
Mhm.
because we don't want
They're not allowed.
snow. We don't want the freeze.
Right.
We
It's
have
the
it
only
from-
thing. So
Well, we can go on out
I'm gonna say it's gonna be in April.
April 1st, when I turn the water on,
That makes
somewhere in
sense.
that area.
Yeah, I think we're past any bad freeze or anything.
You
but
just
Right.
never know, though, do you?
I just jinxed it, didn't I?
Yeah.
I just jinxed
So
it.
you never know this time. It seems like we always get.
All right.
Okay. What else you got?
We have been approached about some open gym times, and none of us have been able to commit and had kids, and job, and sickness, and all the things. We'd love to do that if we had like a reliable community person who
Yeah.
had a background check. We would love a few good volunteers. So, anybody who wants to volunteer, call Kelly. Call me.
I was doing that for a
He was-
while. I just have not had time this year.
I understand. And that's all for the park.
All right.
Anybody have anything else?
I had one other thing for the town. I passed my mosquito test.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
Good job.
They're already out.
So does that mean you're a mosquito now or?
No, I've got my.
Or you could kill the mosquitoes?
I've got my peeper, I got my paperwork into
Good.
the office of the chemist for Indiana.
Perfect.
So I'm just waiting on a response.
Very good. Good job, buddy.
That's great.
Anything else?
Nothing else going once, going twice. I motion to adjourn.
I will second it.
Great.
Okay.
And you keep volunteering for shit. I don't get it.